Well, let's see if we can get loaded up. Alright, so this is a 95 F150 V8 automatic long wheelbase. Just got it. So, doesn't run. Hopefully it's just the fuel pumps. Neither one of them are coming on. I'm going to check on that here in a little bit. So this is the inside. This is what I'm going to work on right now. Of course, it started raining too, so that's great. But we'll see if we can get this cleaned up a little bit. I already pressure washed the outside some. It's a lot better than it was. It's a pretty straight truck. It has a dent right here. This is busted, which really don't care. I think it actually just pulls off. We'll get another one of those. This side's pretty much straight and clean all the way up to this front fender. Right here has got a little bit of a dent, but you know, for old of a truck as it is, it's not bad. I believe it has 99,000 miles on it, 98,000 miles. Just a cheap old battery thrown in it. But yeah, we've got it to start on starting fluid. Neither one of the fuel pumps will come on. It's been setting for about 3 years. The brakes went out on it when the guy had it that I bought it from. He says it's fine. He also says it leaks coolant, so we're hoping that the motor has not got like a crack in it, because we're hoping that he didn't have just straight water in it during the winter. Not sure. Got it for like 750 bucks. So, I mean, can't really go wrong. If nothing else, all these parts fit another truck that my dad has, so we can just use this as a part truck. But, I mean, looks decent in here. Nothing crazy bad. A little dirty, but not bad. Underneath, probably can't see it since it's dark now. This truck is very rust-free for its age. Yeah, can't see that, but got one of the fuel tanks halfway dropped right now. But I mean, like, yeah, this truck underneath looks like it's never been driven in the snow or anything. The guy we bought it from said it came from a housing authority work truck, so it just like stayed on the complex and never really went anywhere besides maybe the hardware store. But yeah, so this is just the interior. Sorry about the camera work. Let's try not to get soaked out here too bad. But yeah, it's definitely going to need a good vacuum and shampoo, maybe a wipe down. Hoping that it comes out pretty good. Hoping the engine block doesn't have a crack or anything in it from like maybe freezing up. And if not, it should be a pretty good little truck. Even if it does, I mean, there's so many of these trucks everywhere. I'll probably just get a replacement engine to go in it if for some reason it is bad. But like I said, it's pretty straight. Just a few little dings here and there. Headlights need to be buffed out. Close this back. But yeah, as I was saying, it has the camper shell on it. I haven't figured out if I'm going to leave it or take it off. I don't like the way it looks, but I figured it would be pretty handy to have for days when it is raining like this. You know, shoot, might actually even use it to go camping. And then, of course, as every truck that you ever buy used from somebody, yeah, just all the trash. You know, everybody uses their parked yard trucks as trash cans. So, who knows? Might find some change in there. The part of the ceiling fan. Very old Maxwell House coffee. But yeah, this truck, I was afraid the top of it was going to be beat to pieces because, oh, this is another thing. This is came loose. Yeah. But yeah, I was afraid that I was going to have hail damage everywhere because this is just beat. Good job, tripod. This is just beat all up, but I'm pretty sure it's just where it's a very soft aluminum, and it may not even came on this truck. They may put it on later from like used or something. So I'm gonna go grab some cleaning stuff, maybe a vacuum. Now is when I wish I had went ahead and just put it in the garage when we unloaded it. I also need to paint that part of the garage. It's faded back to the primer. That's nice. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. All right. We're going to grab these floor mats. We'll give them a quick pressure wash. Don't know how the audio's going to sound. Ordered some microphones like last week from Amazon. They're supposed to be here like 3 days ago. Still haven't got them. Amazon keeps saying, well, they're supposed to be out for delivery. But I haven't had any updates since the 15th. Finally got a refund. We'll see. They might show up. They might not. So, Anyway, so I'm gonna go over those. Alright, we're back with the fresh washer. Let's find out if this is faded out or just super dirty. Probably both. You know, I should have brought some soap out here with me. That would have really helped. Let me go grab some. Alright, so we're back. We'll give this a try. It's like $2, so you know. Degreaser. I'm sure there's probably some grease on here somewhere, right? Okay. Yes, I know I'm doing this on the dirty ground, but oh well. Huh. Well. So I don't know what's been going on with this pressure washer. I think the garden hose had some sand or something in it because it has been clogging up this nozzle more than once today. So that's also fine. I just now remembered how bad the mosquitoes are out here. Jeez, let me grab something. Some bug spray real quick. Honestly, this probably won't keep them off of me. Like, I swear, out here they really don't care. It's always been like that. I don't know. Crazy bad. I just now realized it would probably been a better idea just to do this on the concrete by the steps. So let's move over there for the final rinse. I know it's crooked, but we're on a hill, So that's as good as it's gonna get. Also, I haven't decided how I'm gonna do these YouTube videos. Am I gonna cut out all the boring stuff, or is this gonna be a film it and put it on there? Who am I kidding? Nobody's gonna watch these first few anyways. But if you are, thank you. Also, my neighbors are outside, so they're probably thinking I'm crazy. I'm pressure washing a floor mat in the middle of the rain, talking to my phone on a stick. Oh well. I know, you idiot should wash first, the back on first, you're getting dirty again. Everything's gonna be alright. See, the thing is, I also have a channel that I made like 1, maybe 2 videos on years ago when I first got a Honda CRF 250 on how to put a radiator guard on it. I don't know if I'm going to use that channel or just start over. I mean, I don't really like the name of that channel that much. Well, I mean, I do like it, but I don't know. I think there's another channel now that uses like this, almost the same name. I have to go back and look. If not, I'll use it. Like I said, this is going to be video number 1, or like 3 if I use the original channel. I think there was a video for the radiator guard. I think I did a CB radio review, and then like a game station review, like almost like little like Super Nintendo clones. We'll see. Time for a look. So turns out what I thought was faded was just dirt, so that actually has me kind of hopeful that the rest of the interior that's that color is also just dirty and not faded. Rug mats, I mean, you can see here we're pretty much no thread left there. Driver's side, they got a hole worn through it, the end rattling off, but you know, it's still better than nothing. Alright, let's go see what we got to work on the inside now. And this was underneath it. I'm glad because like I got this truck, like I said, for like $750. But like if people would take the time to maybe like an hour to clean it out of truck before they sold it, it could definitely increase the price. Because like if the inside was nice, they could probably add on a couple $100 to the price of the truck. But you know, most people don't. It's crazy how many pictures and places you see people selling a car and it will legit have like a pile of trash in the seat while they're selling it. It's like you could at least take the trash out for the photo, right? Oh, of course the door's not gonna stay open. Hello, neighbor dog. Oh, bye. Alright, let's go get a vacuum and we'll be back on this. There we go. Got that studio lighting now. Really see the filth. Alright, let me go grab some gloves. Like some rubber gloves. I don't want somebody's old tissue paper. Right about now, I'm starting to realize how dumb it was to leave this in the driveway when I have a garage that currently has nothing in it, car-wise. Well, half of it's full of stuff that needs to be unpacked from where we moved almost like 8 months ago. But you know, it's on a list. But the other side, it's good to go. Okay, I'm going to bring you in here closer to this. Well, so remember what it looks like. Definitely clean the loose stuff out and vacuum it. Tomorrow we'll probably get a shampoo going on it, see if that helps some. Seat wise, it's not ripped yet, just the threads are gone, but not bad. Like I said, I think this truck has 90,000 miles. 99,000. And of course, like every Ford, the dinger still works great. There we go. Broken wheel stud. Broken bolt. Well, I think it was a paste stub for the place this thing came from. Random hose clamp. Weed or gas filter. Mouse nest. We'll take this off too. I'm sure it's the steering wheel can't be as bad as it is. Random piece of rebar. We'll keep that. That might be used to make something. What else we got? Oh. Not as seen, similar as seen on TV. You know, the knockoff brand. Man, these must be owed though. $1 for a set of wiper blades. You know, if they're still good, we'll use them. Some cut to fits. I think they'll work. They seem pretty soft still. I don't know if we'll be able to slide those out or not. See if we can find a date. But it does not have one. Cool though. We'll put these in the bed. Still really trying to figure out that camper shell. I don't know if I want to lay on there or not. I mean, it's handy to have, but then also it's in the way if I want to put things that are larger than it in the bed of the truck. Uh-oh. Might need some body mounts or bed mounts. A little loose, a little loose. All right, now I'm gonna get the vacuum and we'll go from there. Of course, this is going to be super loud, so well, I don't know. We'll edit that down in the sound, or throw some music over it, or might just leave it there and put a warning that says, "Hey, vacuum noises for the next X amount of minutes." It's definitely not going to be a Chris Fix video. You know, it actually doesn't smell terrible in here. I think somebody soaked it down in some air freshener. Whoop, 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 whoop. I mean, like, what was that? Like, less than 5 minutes? And, I mean, it went from disgusting to, like, yeah, yep, it's a floorboard of a work truck. So, I mean, once again, if you're ever going to sell a vehicle, recommend taking, like, 20 minutes before you sell it. Clean it. Vacuum it. Rinse the floor mats out. Wipe down the dash. You can make it look like you cared a whole lot more for a vehicle. And everybody's the same. We all like nice shiny things. When you get something that's all dirty and covered in a thick layer of dust like this, you're like, ugh. I come in here with a rag, spend 10-15 minutes wiping the interior down. It'll look a lot better. A lot easier to sell things. I'm going to keep this truck, so I really don't care. Just a little tip. I mean, it at least shows that you care enough about the vehicle when you're selling it to make it look decent. And I don't care. I get it. If it's a piece of junk that, you know, nothing's going to save it, then go for it. But if it's a halfway decent car, you know, it might make you get a couple $100 more out of it from the asking price. Might not. Okay, let me get that degreaser and a rag and we'll wipe down the dash. Actually, we'll just use some Windex. This brand, you can get it from like the Dollar Tree. This LA Totally Awesome. Their Windex is pretty good, but they sell it's like a yellow colored degreaser. It works really well. Recommend following the dilution information on the bottle though, because it can be a little strong for some stuff if you use it straight out of the bottle. Let's get you in here and take a look. So, I know you're going to be a little sideways, but we'll do what I can. get my light. So, I mean, look. So, this guy, he didn't care. He's just trying to sell it fast, and I get it. But like, if this was a running truck where I could hop straight on the road with it, I mean, it would have been worth taking like I said, 20 minutes just to wipe it down, because you'll see how much better it looks from just like some Windex and a rag. Nothing crazy here, and just a little work, some pride in what you do and what you sell. I don't know about this tripod either. It's nice, but the adjustment's a little coarse on the up and down. But here we go. Also, I'm gonna vacuum the floor again because you know it's muddy outside. And I know there's better stuff than Windex, but as dirty as this is, it's gonna probably take another wash once I get it running and driving. And that'll be a few days. I don't think the fuel pump's supposed to be here till Monday, and I get off to work at 5. Depending on the weather, I might try to get them put in. I don't know. I'm just going to coat everything down that's hard plastic. Let it set for a second. And like I said, this truck's not bad. It's just, you can tell it was a work truck, and nobody that ever drove it wiped it down or did anything to it. They just got in, drove it to work, drove around the apartment complex, and then got out, called it a day. Which is fine. I had a work van. I get it. You don't want to spend all day detailing it, but you know. I guess we'll go with the store. We'll go with the dash first. That door just needs some time to soak. It's got some greasy grime on it. Probably shouldn't have picked a white towel. This is never coming clean again. Another thing I just now realized, this dash is not cracked. It's very common for these dashes to crack. My dad has a green one that's 1 year older than this. And right here cracks on them. And this part too. But this one, so far, I don't see any cracks in it. Now, I know this Windex is probably a little hard on the plastics too, from the ammonia in it, but it does seem to normally break up the gunk pretty good. And then once you get it all cleaned off, you can always come back with, if it's something you really care about, some kind of protectant. But as long as it's clean for what I'm going to use this truck for, it's good. It's just going to be a run to the parts store, to the you know, the thing that sells the stuff for the fixing hardware store. There you go. That is if we get it to run. Our biggest concern is that if it did set through the winters, that it's only had plain water in the radiator. If it did leak, all of the fluid antifreeze out, because it does leak from the radiator, and we're just hoping that they didn't just fill it back up with regular water the last time it leaked out. So hopefully the block's alright. We won't really know that until we get it up and running enough that we can get some heat into it and try to build some pressure on the system. But fingers crossed. Worst case scenario, we might have to go get another engine to put in it, or try to take this one out and maybe repair it, depending on if anything is wrong and what is wrong with it. It supposedly has a new torque converter in it. The company that owned it, that used it for the housing authority, had to put a new one in it about a year or two before they sold it. It had went bad. Of course, you know, a lot of stop and go driving. we'll see. I think I haven't looked up the torque converter, not the torque converter, the transmission. The engine, I think a rebuild kit for most of all you need is like $600. No. Hopefully you don't have to use it, but if we do, we might. I'll get that door in a minute. That actually might need some degreaser. It's got that arm grease built up on it. Nice. Let me work on this passenger side a little bit too. I think maybe they set some cans of grease or something up here on the dash because it's got some black axle grease up here. Or it might be paint because it's not coming off at all. That might be paint. Let me go actually get that degreaser, and we'll put it on it. May have been a little much. Well, so it looks like they've gotten some kind of maybe solvent on it, and it's actually eating the color off the dash right here. Maybe some brake cleaner, gasoline or something like that. So that's not coming off. They sell plastic and fabric dyes. If you were really worried about it, you might be able to do that. And then dye that little edge of the seat right here back, at least red. It's got a little bit longer in it before it rips all the way through. But as long as it looks clean and looks like somebody hasn't poured a bucket of dirt out in here, I think we'll survive. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of, I don't know, some kind of solvent they got on here. It's right here, and then there's some that you can tell where it's like pulled up in this little recessed spot. Also, that degreaser is supposed to be orange scented. I don't think they've ever smelled orange. Let's see what we got here. So, I don't know how clean this will come out with just rubbing on it. Really need some Q-tips and some stuff to get down in the cracks, but that will be some serious detail work that not going to get done right now. After we get it where we can get it on the road, I get it registered, then we'll get to that far. I just want it looking like somebody took a rag to it at some point in its life. I mean, look at that. I used one of our good towels. My wife ain't gonna like it. I just leave this one out there in the garage. Okay, I'm gonna cut this video off. We'll come back. So, flip the camera around so I can halfway see what I'm filming right now while I'm in here. I realize this isn't the best lighting for it, but you know, it's one of those things when you start doing something and you're like, man, I gotta go watch TV. And you start watching TV, you're like, well, I'm wasting time right now. And even though it is still halfway rainy out here, at least it's not 95 degrees like it was earlier today. So, might as well do this. We'll come over here and then let me take this out of the holder and we'll take a quick look around. Well, let me switch the camera to at the same time as we're recording. Let's find out. So, I mean, as you can see, not perfect, but like that looks a lot better dash-wise right now. This, yeah, it's true. It's still got some dirt in it, and it's still dusty here and there, like deep in these cracks. But I mean, at least it looks halfway clean. We'll get that floor mat out, vacuum over there. I'm gonna come and get a shampooer, hit these seats real fast tonight while I'm thinking about it. Since this one's already wet because I left the window down for a few minutes. It was raining, so it kind of all happened all of a sudden. Then we'll come back. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this steering wheel cover off though. I may have to cut it off. It may be too drawn up, but it's almost off right here. Sometimes these are good underneath, like if they put it on when the wheel is almost new. Other times you take them off and it's just disgusting. Like, see how they get old and they just turn back to tar. There we go. Just get it rolled off just enough. I should have got a pair of scissors or something to cut this off with. Might have to, because that's on there tight. Normally they got a little bit of stretch in them when they're new to get them stretched over the wheel. This one's old enough, I think it might be too stiff. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Anybody needs it. For sale, free, at the local landfill. Just gotta go digging for it. You know? That don't look bad. That's actually just dirty. So that needs a quick wipe off. Yeah. It's starting to get a little soft in some places. It might rip on us in the near future, but if so, I have a couple options. You can buy a new steering wheel. Don't know how much those cost. Junkyard, or we'll just go to Walmart and grab another steering wheel cover like I have here. Maybe not one that's quite as bulky. I like the thinner ones better. Those thick ones, I don't know. I'm real weird about when there's stuff on the steering wheel. One thing is nice, at least I don't think anybody has smoked in this van. Oh, I mean this truck. Actually, nope, take it back. There's one, you can't see where I'm pointing. Up here, there's one burn mark I see over here on the passenger side. So somebody smoked at least one cigarette in here. Besides that, the headliner's still up. It's not falling down anywhere. Let's see, what else we got in here? One light works. Two light works, that's good. Headlights don't work. I don't know if they're blown or the knob's bad. Knob may be bad. It feels a little gummy. Well, no, the lights on the dash come on. So I don't think it's the headlights knob. Could be the bulbs. I did notice there is a lot of condensation in both of the headlights. Seals are probably going out in them. I did look those up. I can get like a pair of like factory replacements for like $50. So we'll probably do that. You can sand them off and buff them back out, but they'll normally start to get yellow again pretty quick, unless you clear coat them. I mean, time you do all that, take them out for $50, might be worth it. It just depends. You know, we'll see what the bank account looks like when we get to that point. Alright, I call that good for that part of the interior. We'll come with the cup holder next. I don't think it comes out easy. Uh-oh, look here, we're already making money back. We have France, 1979 to something. I can't tell. It's a little corroded up. But yeah. So, I mean, if I go to France, we're good. I don't know, $2.20? Probably not even in circulation anymore. They probably switched to something different. Alright. That should be pretty good. I'm looking here, I've noticed there's some glue here, so I bet this may have popped off at some point in its life and they glued it back on. But that's alright. We'll work on this driver door a little bit. Which it doesn't look bad now that I gave it an initial wipe down. We'll spray some more cleaner on it. Actually, some of that degreaser because it's got some greasy funk. And we'll see what it does. Of course, you know, it's that 90s plastic. It's gonna all be kind of faded out and brittle. Especially right here, they've worn the texture off. They've used their arm on it so much. Another thing I don't know if it works or not is the AC on this truck. Really hope it does. Really hope it does. I have a gauge to hook up to it, but until I get the engine running, it really won't tell me anything besides if it has pressure in it or not. Okay. Ouch. There's a screw in there. Alright, that ought to be good enough for the door. I'll vacuum this floorboard out again where I've got tons of leaves in it from me getting in and out of it. And then go finish the other door up. I'm not gonna record that. I'll grab the seat shampooer. We'll see how the seats turn out real quick. I'm probably gonna go in because it's getting dark, and I think it's gonna come up with another thunderstorm here in a few minutes. So hopefully I have enough time to get that all done. I'm really happy how much the floor is actually cleaned up, because that floor mat was that really light color. I thought the whole interior was going to be faded out like that. Turns out it was just a thick layer of dust. I almost forgot about even doing this side. I guess we need to vacuum it really fast. I probably won't film it because I don't have a whole lot of room. I've parked it kind of close to the house, so. But we will go pressure wash this off and see the before and after. Ooh. Scrumptious. That muffler is for that Jeep. Go ahead and show it too. Might as well show off the cars. So, this Jeep was my grandfather's. We got it. It was a blue color, real rough paint. It's nothing amazing on the inside. I think it's full. And that, I forgot the door handle broke on that one recently. It was a very, yeah, here you go. Yeah, it used to be like a navy blue, but the whole outside was faded off. So about 2 or 3 years ago, before he gave it to me, I took it and went to Harbor Freight. Got some sandpaper and some tractor paint from Real King. Painted it red. It used to be a lot darker red. It's faded out over the years. I think I only paid like $50 for the paint though. So looks great shape from the outside, but it's got. I had to put all new floor pans. Well, I had to put metal where the floor used to be. Let's put it that way. So it's a good winter Jeep, or if you want to go out and cruise around through the woods and not completely care if you scratch the side of it up. And let's see, where did I put the floor mat at? Over there. We'll come back over here. I'll set you back for the pressure washing. Go hang this guy up on the porch. Maybe he can drip a little of that extra water off before it starts raining again. honestly, I don't know why I'm even doing this. There's only one of these. Should probably just throw it away and get some more, but I don't know. I like the Taz one. Like I said, my parents used to have a truck and they had 2 of these in it. And I don't know. I just always like those formats. I might have to see if I can find some on Amazon or something. They might still make them, or maybe some good used ones. Funny thing is, they also lost the driver's side one. Too bad they don't have that one, but I'm pretty sure they threw it away several years ago. Unplugged it. One second. Now I'm back. All right. What do we got here? That should work. We might zoom in a little bit. Enhance. Enhance. Is that enhanced enough? There we go. Well, what do we think? He cleaned up okay. I think that might be a new floor mat for the driver's side of the Jeep because it's an 85 and I have all original floor mats for it except the driver's side. So now it's going to have a Taz. Okay. Take back over here. We'll get you set up. I'll go grab the shampooer. I don't have anything fancy. It's just one of those little Bissell green machines or mean greens or whatever they are, the little small ones. And we'll do that. Oh, I guess I need to vacuum this floorboard out too real fast. I should make a list. I just forget what the list was. I know, we're filming towards the light source. It'll be okay. Also, for if you're watching, if you ever want to make a new truck again that has heater, air conditioner, radio, nothing else, V8 for dirt Jeep like you used to, be great. Because I went and priced a base model V8 truck just like this one, new, It's like $42,000, $38 to like $42,000 for a base model truck. But a base model truck now also has like a touchscreen in it, like lane depart assist. It has all kinds of great stuff. I get it's all like a safety standard, but too much. I'll turn it off for a minute while I dig this out, just to see what's underneath the seat right here. I hate digging around, but as far as I know, this is bolted on, and I don't want to. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's just clipped in. I am just stupid. Oh, well, that's gonna make that a whole lot easier to clean. See, I never actually had one of these in one of these trucks, so I didn't know how they were installed from the factory. That's pretty nifty. Some free lag bolts. See, look, it's already paying for itself. You know, as much trash and stuff there was in the floorboards, underneath the seats are pretty clean. You got some little scraps of receipt paper, McDonald's straws, and some stuff like that, but they're not bad. Not bad enough for me to take the seats out and clean underneath them at least. It would be cool to find a couple dollars though. There's something right here. I think it's just a piece of notebook paper, but we'll see what I can dig out. Oh no, napkin. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Receipt. This is always the fun part. Let's see what they got. Oh, Walmart. Now that's an old Walmart receipt there. Look at that logo. Well, you know, relatively old. They want a survey. Let's see how much stuff costs. Let's see, when was this? When was this? This was from 2010, so it's actually not as old as I thought it was, but let's see how much stuff's went up since then. What do we got here? Focus. We have tortillas, $1.88. Plums, $1.25 a pound. Mild sausage roll was $2.98. Cream cheese, $1.68. Biscuit, $2.88. Freezer bags, $2.79. You could get a 5-pack of, looks like short underpants for $10. Socks, $6.50. I wonder if this was a Walmart from here in town. That's pretty cool though. They were at least using this truck until 2010 at that place. Don't see the address on it. Just the manager's name. Oh well. Still pretty cool. Let's see what this other one was. Oh, well, this is a old check. we'll keep that over here. Yeah, we'll go burn that. I doubt a 10-year-old check will still work, but you never know. Gotta hurry because my phone's about to die, but I revoke my previous statement of underneath the seat was clean. I just couldn't see the dirt. There it is, hiding. So I'm gonna clean that out, let my phone charge, and then we'll come back. Alright, so let's try to get some of these seats shampooed. I'll film this direction and try to shampoo from the other side. Don't have anything fancy to do this. I know there's better tools and better machines, but they're cheap. They work okay. I use like Dawn or like Tide. I mean, you can get upholstery and carpet cleaners, but they seem to do pretty good. Let me get the light plugged back in too, see a little better. Yeah, trust me, I've seen plenty of videos of people that have the industrial ones of these, or like the more car-centered versions. And yeah, they do put out a lot more water and suck up a lot better, but this was 90 bucks. Actually, I borrowed it from one of my friends, and they haven't asked for it back yet, so free for me. Plug it in. I know it's gonna be loud, you won't be able to hear much, but I'll go around to the other side and we'll see what we can do. Probably set you in the floorboard. Get over there, and I'll clean from the driver's side that way. So we'll do the seats first, and I'll do the floors next. Not as worried about the floors getting shampooed because they're actually not that bad. I'll show you them after we're done. Let me make sure that we can see that seat. I'm gonna have it recording. I think the saddest part about this truck is the fact that it has 4 new tires on it, but they're already dry rotted from just setting for just a couple years. Yeah, that should be a good angle. Okay. Loud noises. Another turn on. I normally wet it down a little bit first, let that stuff soak in some, kind of help it. This will also too be the part of the cleaning that you'll really start to smell all that funky smells that's been stuck in the carpet for that long. I'll show you this. That's that good butt dirt come out. think they'll clean up pretty good. I get for moving the camera. Also, after getting these interior wet from shampooing, I think we're recording again. Put on wide mode. Okay, there we go. I also know it looks like I'm soaking the seats down when I'm just sitting there spraying it and not vacuuming it up. But this machine doesn't spray a whole lot of water out at once. So like, it's barely damped right now from doing that. I think it's supposed to spray out more. I think it might have a clog in it somewhere, but that's why you'll see me just sit here spray it some, because it really doesn't spray a whole lot out at once. It's a very fine mist. Alright, time to empty this out. I went a little heavy on the soap, so it's going to foam up a lot, but you can just see how dirty that was already. I mean, we'll pour it out there and let you film it. Here we go. We'll take it over here and show you how just, I mean, nasty. Yeah, a little heavy on the foam. That's the one thing with the dish soaps and stuff, they do foam up a little bit more than what these machines are actually meant to have, but I find if you just empty it a little bit more often, you're okay. I mean, if you forget to, you'll know because it'll start shooting foam out of the exhaust. So then that's your cue to, oh, hey, empty it. Onwards. Look how much better the auxiliary looks. They probably could use about two go overs, but I think I'm just going to do one and call it good for the day. Let it dry. If it has any more stains, I might get some actual like carpet cleaner. Second foam. I'm gonna go cut this soap down a little bit with some water for these floor mats so I can not get quite as much foam down there because I'm going to use some more liquid than up there to get some of that mud out. So I think I've decided that for this first video, I'm gonna put these videos together and maybe trim out a little of the blank space, but put them pretty much raw. When I get to replacing some of the actual parts where I can cut it down a little bit more detailed, I might. But I mean, just cleaning out a car, I figure kind of need to. You kind of know already, like the basic stuff. So might as well just have the whole process in there. Might be a long video, but it'll be okay. wipe this door down. I was looking, I was like, man, this door still looks terrible, but I forgot. I never actually wiped it off. And all today is just to get all the barn dust off, well, yard dust off and out of it, and the scrums off, and then once we get it running, we'll come back in, we'll give it a good shine down with some actual like detailing products of some kind, try to get it looking as good as possible. But right now I just want it to look, if I pulled up at somebody's house and said, hey, I'll run you to town, they wouldn't be like, ooh, and this scrummy thing, I want them to be like, oh, that's a decent looking halfway old truck. Like there's still some stuff up here that needs to be gone over a second time. Now that it's dried, I can tell that it's still pretty dusty in spots. But like I said, it's going to take a couple baths to get this interior cleaned up good. I'm just getting it to the spot where if I was going to hop in it and drive it, I wouldn't feel bad picking somebody up and running them like to town or something from work. Honestly, right now, I mean, it's cleaner than like 90% of the trucks I see, so I would call it good. Back from that side out a little bit. I'm not really going to shampoo the floors very much, just a few spots where you can see it. The rugs, the floor mats cover most of it, and it's not that bad except for the driver's side. It's got some pretty good dirt spots, but I know being a carpet, it's not going to stay clean much longer after I clean it. All vinyl floor mats, way to go in cars. Not floor mats, like the, you can get them from the factory, the whole floor is just vinyl. It doesn't look as nice when it's new. Once you get a couple years on it, you're going to be like, wow, should have got the vinyl. It's a shame about the seat right here. I'm pretty sure it's going to rip before too long, but I don't know really what to do for it besides just put a seat cover over it. It might last a while. You can never tell about these old interiors. Alright, let's take it loose and take a quick peek at it now. Alright. So, you know, not perfect. Of course, I just did this real fast for the preliminary. But, I mean... Tyler? Looks good. Yes, baby?